Okay, Storm Chasers, we are finally live. So I'm going to actually put the link right here in the chat so you guys can come up and sound off about everything that's been happening this week. Thanksgiving is what in 2 days. We ain't even made it out of November 2022, and it's just so much going on. I know you guys want to sound off about colorism on Potomac, August Alsina and his alleged new boo, Todd Chrisley, anything else I've missed. Come on up and let's chat about it. So invite, copy. I'll go ahead and link. Go ahead and link this, pin this rather. Boom. Okay. Yep. And of course, Shanquella as well. I know you guys want to come and sound off about that. So I'll read comments in the meantime until you guys pull up. I just got the notification. Yep. Oh, here we go. We do have somebody. I think I have to put on these to hear you. 1 second, Maya. And everybody, as I'm talking to Maya, let me know in the chat that you can hear me. Once I pull her up, let me know. All right, there we go. Hey, Maya, how you doing?
Hey, Storm, how are you?
I'm good. Everybody in the chat, let me know that you can hear me. And Maya, go ahead with your comment. What you feeling?
I want to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac
Yes, ma'am.
and just how disgusting this past episode was.
It was very disgusting. They bullied Wendy, straight up bullying.
They bullied her, and I think she's getting the Monique treatment.
Yes.
They plotted against Monique. They was saying that her husband her husband is not the father of her son. There was plotting on her. They got into a fight. They pretended as if she was you know, this hood rat that had to be, like on timeout, and they didn't want to film with her. They tried to ice her out. The same thing is happening to Wendy now.
Mm-hmm.
And when she got into a fight with Mia, they was running to Mia, the green-eyed bandit. And it's just clear as day that like there is a colorism issue. And Robin literally took out her phone and started recording like she's a Karen.
I know, and then said, "Don't antagonize the situation as if recording it is not You're already on the TV show. Why do you need to record it?"
There's like 4 cameras like in the background. Either way, they're gonna show the footage. I just feel like last year, because she dragged them and she literally read them for filth and told some truths about them, they didn't like that. So now their strategy is, we're gonna ice her out. We're gonna get her to a point where she's not gonna want to be on the show no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they didn't invite her to the family like activity thing that they had, and now with this fight, I think they just want her off the show. And I just hope that Wendy, and I'm not the biggest Wendy fan. I feel like her first season, she really turned me off with like, oh, I got 4 degrees, I got this, I got that. Like she was like on her high horse, and
She was doing the most. I'm not gonna lie. And to keep it real, yeah, you got 4 degrees, but you right here on reality TV because
yeah,
you got $1 million in student loan debt, and
yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. So I wasn't the biggest fan of her either, but she didn't deserve that last night.
She didn't deserve it, but I just find it so funny how like when Monique had her fight, Wendy was like, she was like sitting on her high horse and like looking down on Monique. And now everything came full circle. Like, okay, girl, like I tried to tell you. Monique is like, I tried to tell you, but you don't listen. But it's just clear as day that like, the Green Eye Bandits, they got a big issue. And I just wish they weren't like, they didn't have so much power over the show.
I mean, and that alone, they have light skin privilege to be able to get away with what they do because Candace is held accountable, Monique was held accountable. Hell, they bullying Wendy. And when it comes to Giselle and Robin, they don't. I mean, they play the villain, but Robin without Giselle is useless.
She's useless. She got no money, no personality, no lifestyle, no nothing. For her, I feel like this season she's like, okay, this is my biggest check. I gotta make it work. I think she's trying to get out of Giselle's shadow, and she's trying to really like turn up. And Mia, like she is the like she flip flops. One second she wants to be cool with the Green Eye Bandits, the next second she wants to be cool with Karen. And where did she have the time? Like it's very confusing because for somebody that said she, her mom was in and out of jail, drug addict, her father died in jail. She, was in a foster home. She was a stripper and all of that. Like when did she have the time to become a ditzy plastic Barbie doll, like the persona?
They
She's not from LA, right?
Nah, shit. I don't think so. But they put on all kinds of personas for the damn cameras, and Mia's, I guess, cousin-in-law was exposing her on Twitter. Mia deleted her Twitter today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the cousin was saying like, you don't watch your kids, you ain't got no money like that. So and then Mia and her husband just got locked out of all of their business
Yeah.
accounts. So it's just like you were so worried about Wendy's business, but you don't have your own shit together.
Yeah, that's why, like, when Whitney was like, look at the CEO, look at the CEO, it, like, took me out because Homegirl, like, done lost everything. So now it's like, and I feel like all of these girls don't really got money like that.
They
Like,
don't.
for real, it's all, like, for show. But I just,
It's for show, and then a lot of it, to be very honest, a lot of it they spend on clothes and trying to keep up a lifestyle. Because now that I know some of the background of the requirements of what it takes to get on one of these shows,
yeah,
you're supposed to be lavish and fabulous. Nothing
yeah.
about Giselle is lavish or
Oh, no,
fabulous.
no, no, no.
Nothing about Robin gives Butch.
Yeah, but at least Robin, one thing I admire about her, she from day one very honest about her finances.
That is true, though. That is true.
Very honest. And I feel like Housewives the show initially used to be based on the lifestyle of the rich and famous behind the gates. Like how do these people live? How do these housewives live? These
Yes.
wives of like these really wealthy men, like what's going on in their households.
And now they're not
Now
even wives.
now they're not wives. They ain't got no money. They're just a bunch of Instagram girls getting on these shows and pretending like they got it all together when in reality it's like you dress a certain way, you rent all your clothes, you got your 24-inch lace front and good makeup and you on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's craziness. I mean, look what they did to Love and Hip Hop. It's just a hot mess.
Love and hip hop is even worse.
It's
Oh,
even worse.
hold on, I'm gonna show y'all this stuff from Twitter. Hold up, real quick. Here we go. I don't know if you can see that, but it says Mia has deleted. Shout out to Queens of Bravo. Mia has deleted her Twitter, and Jacqueline's niece comes out in defense of her aunt. Oh, so Mia had her best friend there, Jacqueline, right? That was her best friend.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is Jacqueline's niece. So Mia's Twitter page is gone. And the niece said it's actually ridiculous that Mia is dogging my aunt Jacqueline like she didn't have to come live with us for years.
Yeah, I mean, they did say on the show that her mom took her in, Jacqueline's mom.
They did say that. You had
Yeah.
nothing of your own, sis. And then the niece says, my mom has been nannying for Mia the last year or so, literally watching Mia's kids, cleaning Mia's home. Meanwhile, Mia was plotting on my aunt the entire time. Keep it cute, sister girl. We know the real you.
I mean, even their interaction on the show seems very questionable. Like it seems like Jacqueline seems like a kind of like a clout chasery-ish. Mia's whole persona is very plastic. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna end well for neither of them. I mean, look what they did with Latoya on Atlanta House.
And you know what? Latoya should have got another season.
When I think about it now, after watching last season, I feel like she could have done well.
She really could have done well, and she did have drama going on in her life, and She was supposed to bring Vaughn on. She thought about bringing Vaughn on the show, but she didn't end up doing it. But at least that would have gave her more of a storyline. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
matter
but
of
she
fact,
wasn't a peach holder though. She was a friend. I
she
don't
was a
think they
friend.
would have. I don't think they would have gave her that much camera time for like a friend.
That is true. Now look at this right here. Mac B 38 profile picture is his chest. Okay. He said, quick question. How was Wendy's business with Peter your business? I'll wait. Mia said next season if I'm around.
Mia is just, I don't know, man. She's just too inauthentic to me. Like, and then she said that, she was with G in Miami and he was married. And watch, she's going to be next on their list. Giselle is going to come for her family next.
She really is. And Mia definitely gives liar, but a lot of it is, I mean, kids that grow up in a foster care, they have to manipulate and lie to survive. And so a lot of that shit she just never left behind. She hasn't healed yet.
Yeah, and I just hope she's ready because her and Gordon are going to be next on Giselle's list. And my hot take, I think Robin too is going to be next on the menu. I think Giselle is going to come for Robin eventually when the show gets boring.
Eventually. And
And
I'm ready for Robin and Giselle to get into it. That's gonna be
yeah,
some good fucking TV.
because we've seen a lot of these reality TV like dynamic duos like break up. We saw Candy and Phaedra. We saw Cynthia and Nene, Candace and Monique, and even like Kyle and LVP, and all
Yeah,
these people is like
Bethany
Robin
and
and
Bethany and that redhead.
yeah, I don't know her name. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, eventually, Robin, your time is coming too. I feel, and Robin, her husband, child, her husband got into a lot. I mean, ooh,
Why you so busy worried about somebody else, Robin? Why is your husband okay with grape going on his basketball team? It's kind of hard to dribble a ball when your ass is hurting.
yeah, she's gonna have a lot to answer to at this reunion, for
Mm.
sure.
Now I'm thinking, did Michael really suck his dick? Thank you, Maya. Though you have a
Thank
good.
you, Storm. I love your show.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yep, Bethany and Jill Zarin, absolutely. They got into it too. What's going on, Gloria?
Hey Storm, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine. I hadn't checked in with you since the last time. So I've just been looking at your lives all day while I was working. So I said, let me check in and see if I can get on here and talk to some this time.
I
But
appreciate it.
I wanted to talk about the young lady that passed away in Mexico.
Hmm.
The main thing about that really just bothered me was the daddy talking. Like that really just had me emotional.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It's so sad. And the sad part is all I keep thinking in my brain, I'm like, she a young black young lady, and prospering in her life. And these are young black young ladies. Like, what is the problem that y'all will have with each other that y'all take it over there and do all of that, but you never touched her here? That's the thing that just keep weighing on my brain. Like, what was the thing that's going on that y'all went over there and did all that evil stuff to that child like that?
Well, remember they said she was a gun carrier, so they knew not to touch her over here in the states because she would have her
Oh,
gun on her.
mm. But
So
what? But
they
I'm
took
just
all.
wondering what the beef is, though. Like, what is the
It
issue?
don't be no, it's jealousy. Look,
Jealousy.
people trying to make up all kinds of stuff. I don't think it's that. I
Hmm.
think it's
It's
just
so much, and it's like I just keep tuning in to you, trying to just see what the updates is, because I'm like, I can't stand when you can't never get the real deal. It's
exactly.
just too much, and it aggravating me. And the thing that's bothering me the most, when I just listened to your last one on my way home from the grocery store, I'm cooking me some pork chops, rice and gravy, and rolls right now.
Oh
Hmm.
wow. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay.
So I I was listening to your last one on the way from Kroger's, and I was like, I said, damn, so the little reporter dude, he got a lot of information, but the thing that kind of like wrapped my brain when he said that somebody else like broke her neck, so it wasn't the girl that body slammed her. Somebody else did that.
From the translation of his article, it went from she was fighting a she to he put his arm around her neck, twisted, and then that's what broke it. So I'm confused.
So could that have been the best friend, the guy that supposedly was the best friend for numerous of years?
Either that or maybe that winter person is actually a transgender, because every country don't acknowledge that. They'll just say
right. And you saw an article somewhere that the FBI calling it, what is it? Not
femicide.
Femicide. So when I looked at that, they basically putting it in perspective as if a male hurt her, with it being that femicide. And I was trying to explain it to my hairdresser the Saturday morning. Like, soon as I got in the shop, that was the conversation. And so I was telling them that because none of them hadn't seen that little article. And I said, well, I've been getting most of my, information from Storm on YouTube, because I can't click on all this stuff and it just be too much. And I'm like, okay, let me get all y'all off of here, because y'all, it's just too much. And I was telling them about that word, and one of the older ladies in there, she didn't. I said, well, I told her, I said, Miss Ann, I don't know what that is either. I said,
oh, you froze. Uh-oh. Did somebody call you? Somebody might have called you. There you go. Hold on, say that again. You froze for a minute.
Some of them older ladies in there was trying to they was real upset about that too. And the thing that in the shop that they was more upset about, the parents and how the daddy had to go over there and get his baby and bring her back, and then we was talking about he didn't let them do no autopsy on them till he got her back over here, right? I think I know I was telling them that. But that's the main thing that was bothering some of the little older ladies in the shop. And what I was telling them is that was a good idea for him to do that, so he can get everything that he needed to get from that autopsy. And I hope he make sure they ain't steal none of her organs or nothing either. But
Listen,
the thing
that's a whole nother issue. But you know what? We got to start telling our kids, our people, period. It's certain folks you just can't deal with. You gotta leave them behind.
And that's what I was telling them too. Like my granddaughter, my two kids, son and daughter, they grown. My daughter married, but with kids or whatever. And my niece and nephews, I always tell people, I always pay attention to who your kids hang around. And I always remember, anything go on, people like, that shit starts at home. I don't give a damn what y'all say. But I always pay attention who your kids hang around. And especially with the type of shit that's going on now, where they're getting accustomed to growing their self up from social media and everything. Because these kids ain't getting raised at home. Social media, the streets are raising them. Because they parents are so young, they don't got time. And it's obvious, because if you come from a certain upbringing, you're going to have some type of common sense when you get in the streets. I don't give a damn if you got 5, 6 degrees. If you don't have no common sense in these streets, the streets going to suck your ass up and you're going to be screwed the hell up. And that's just the bottom line. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Ain't no goddamn degrees going to teach you how to live and survive in no damn streets. Because people, especially if you are not accustomed to running the streets or knowing street lingo or knowing hustling and all of that shit, you will be easily manipulated, and you just fucking naive as hell. And I don't give a damn if you a man or woman. It's just simple as that.
Because you don't know that life. And that's why I say this. That's why when they say, oh, you too lame to hang with us. Okay, cool. Look, we got to get to a point. I'm good. I ain't got to hang with you. Stay away from me.
But let me tell you something about you. I don't give a damn if I don't even get to shake your hand a day in my life. You can listen to people's point of view, conversation, and their mind what's coming out their mouth until they can be put in any room and know how to handle themselves. You come right down here in Jackson, Mississippi and hang on Wood Street from where I'm from, tough street, and they ain't gonna fuck with you because the way you carry yourself. It don't always mean because you wasn't no thug or this and that or whatever. I was no thug. I mean, that's just the way I was brought up around like a lot of people in my family. And you know how I speak, cuss or whatever, but I could carry myself in any room. Like I ain't never been without no job, and every job I get my money straight. And I ain't and I got like a little certification. I ain't got a damn degree, and I'm making enough money right now to top the people that got all of that. The thing is, you got to put your common sense in perspective when you trying to live. Simple as that. You can't just think that because you got a degree or you this and you that, you can hang. Nope. If you ain't got no common sense, you can't hang. You can't hang. And another thing that I did not like, that I really felt like maybe somebody did say something to her, but don't go around people that you don't normally be around. That shit don't work. Especially with women. Because at the end of the day, like somebody called in, it might have been last night I was laying in bed listening to you or the night before, but somebody called in and said something about to the nature of women pay attention to stuff. They'll watch your every move, this, that, and they gonna pick stuff apart that they don't like about you, but they gonna still kick you in your damn face. But one thing about me, I don't even worry about that because I got the same people that's not family from 20 years and family still here. I can meet new people, but I got my third eye on their ass and I'm handling them with a long handle spoon, as the old folks say. Because at the end of the day, you don't need all them friends anyway. Keep your little circle small. And for the people that say they can hang by themselves, that's cool. But I don't see nothing wrong with you having a certain amount of people that you deal with. But always remember, if you have people in your circle that you can say anything to, they can say anything to, they ain't just seeping in all your business and not giving you their business, then you need to pay attention to them. Because I always remember, if you got somebody around you that's sucking up every goddamn thing about you, but don't put out nothing about them, they on some bullshit. They can't be trusted, and they ain't your friend. Because your friend is going to give you the real regardless, whatever. Y'all can argue today and be back cool couple of hours. Girl, I'm sorry. You know, whatever. True. But you don't need to be hanging around people that you don't normally hang around. She actually, Lord bless her heart, they had no business with them folk. And especially if you the only one got all the goddamn money, fuck them bums. Them bums, you have no business around them goddamn bums. And
that's why I said we got to start telling people.
Exactly.
Them people not for you.
Yep. And I had to tell my little niece this last week. She like 15. She got a little friend girl. Okay, so they've been friends since middle school. And what I was trying to tell Sage is she ain't your friend because sometimes people just befriend you for beneficial reasons. You that friend that always got something going on. You the cute girl in the group. You dress good. It's certain things because why every time our family have family functions, we go on this and that or whatever, Harmony thinks she supposed to go. Harmony, the mama don't invite you no damn well, Sage. And so that's what I was trying to tell her. So all of a sudden now, Harmony engaging with boys, Sage not. And then you go and think that Sage's supposed to say you not, your mama's supposed to say your ass, Harmony. Y'all the same age. You ain't supposed to be thinking that Sage's supposed to have your back like that. You got to have your own mind. And I always tell them, don't be no goddamn follower. Be a leader in your life. Because a follower is somebody that's just going to be doing what the next person do because they think it's cute or they think it's in the style of fashion. You don't do that. They're going to lead you to fucking straight.
That's true.
But I think she probably one of them people that really just, want to see everybody have fun, want to see everybody happy.
She had a good heart, but you honestly, you can't be like that nowadays.
You can't. But not this day and age. I don't know what the fuck wrong with these motherfucking children this day and age, but they demonized as hell. I swear to God, they so fucking demonized.
They are.
And I say it's social media. When Facebook hit the market, fuck these folks up. Fuck them up.
That's
I don't
true.
have no Facebook. I just got
But hey, we gotta
Instagram.
go. We gotta go though. We got people waiting though. But I appreciate you, Gloria.
Dog. Shit. Okay. Goodbye, Storm.
Take it easy now.
All right.
All right now. All right.
Yeah,
What's going on, Sparkle?
my Gloria. Things ain't been the same since you went away. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What's up, Stormy?
How you doing?
Oh, I had to go check a hoe. He said I'm trying to take you from him, child. On station here, child. You know these death chambers are crazy and delusional. But anyway, the queen is in the building, honey. How y'all doing? What's up? I'm just Salamandra, and I forgot her father's name. My deepest prayers, condolences. They need a real Southern South Carolina real teaching, those punks. And Nazir, you queen. Yeah. God said, when you're doing dirt, you will be handed over to a reprobate mind. See, when you did that live, sir, you thought that you was clearing yourself, but you were actually indicting yourself. So handle it as it is. And all these reality shows, when am I getting me and Storm getting our reality show? Okay, and let's have it the real way. Because these people are crazy, honey. I told you, Storm, we need to do your house and just have all your subscribers come and chill in it, live in it. And baby, you will have a show then, honey. But anyway, y'all like my dress? From Morally, baby. Ow! Joan Rivers, say what I give. I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye-bye, Sparkle. Sparkle ass crazy. What's going on, IG? Maybe I can get a good trailer for y'all. What's going on, IG?
What's that in the Storm? What's that? This your boy from New Orleans, man.
How you do? Oh, I remember you. How you doing?
I've been good. So I see we having a few discussions. So okay, this one thing I do want to kind of like bring up. What the unfortunate event with Shanquella. One thing I do notice over different YouTube channels among the discussion of I guess if it's the male best friend or the supposedly trans woman that attacked her. I'm concerned because I see that we are more concerned about the subcategories of the black people involved than it's just being black people involved. It's amazing how we want to pick and choose when we want to say this is a black first situation. That's that picking and choosing compartmentalization type of shit. And
You there?
more concerned about of shifting blame or saving face than you are addressing the overall contextual issue.
True.
So when I see, and then I'm gonna say this too. I mean, at the same time, when it comes to lately, all of these movies, and I've been seeing countless of Black American women being very empowered by movies like The Woman King and Wakanda Forever. I find it very peculiar, to say the least, that where you have movies presenting you being strong enough to go up against a man. So why would you think it'd be far-fetched for you to have Wakanda strength to break another woman's neck? So if you're going to own the image of being presented brutal and strong in that sense, then accept it full force. Don't pick and choose to say that, well, okay, I'm comfortable with seeing myself going up against a 6'2", 6'3" man, but then when it comes to hand-on-hand combat, as if a woman that's 5'10", 5'11" couldn't pick up a 5'6", 5'7", 100-pound female.
She could. My only thing was, damn, I ain't never seen no one choke. I ain't never seen a girl choke slam another girl though.
But have you ever seen women do push-ups? Because did you see that video? Because see, here's the thing: they were all drinking. Even when it comes to some nigga shit, like they were tipsy enough to where they were tipsy to do push-ups, but oh girl, you could see in the video, Shanquella was obviously way more wasted or under some other influence. But
She definitely was. She definitely was.
yeah, I've never seen females, and I'm not saying this to allude that they were trans women. I'm just saying from the looks though, these women looked like they were active women, including Shanquella herself. All of these women involved look like they were active. They go to the gym. They're active. So I mean, it's kind of like a disinteresting thing because at the same time you can't fault black women for having certain genes that they have. But that's again that presentation of these movies and these ideals of you being strong. You can't have that both ways. When
I'm
I saw,
gonna say this though with Dejanay, I am gonna say this because a lot of people were saying she was born a man from the beginning, and I knew that picture was of course photoshopped. However, it is some women out here that's just she just looks very manly. She just, and it got nothing to do with her being black. It's just she has a very masculine face.
yeah, but but people say the same thing about Serena Venus Williams, and I wouldn't question their gender. That might be
I
a
feel like she looked more manly than Serena though.
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
but
I
it's
know what
the
you're saying because they said that about Serena for
yeah,
years.
that's what I'm saying.
But that just. But
It's
then,
kind of
but like I tell some people too, you do got some women out there that just look like Gucci Mane.
yeah,
They
they
just
look
do.
like their daddy. So that's what I'm saying. It's a to me, it's just like okay, that's a both. You can't have that both ways. Black women, cisgender, you can't have that both ways. You
But what
don't want
about
people.
Winter though?
Yeah,
Winter looked like she might be trans. I want to know her
yeah,
teeth.
I just I'm not with that just completely even regardless of colorism and all that just because I've seen women that look like her and they're women, bro. Like it just is what it is. Some with just like all men, my voice is the way that it is. I'm born a male, but there are some people that have a little bit more testosterone expression through their DNA despite what they're born, and some people might have some more feminine. That doesn't mean that they're not the autonomy of their birth.
Okay, now that is I did actually learn that in school. Some people are born with more testosterone or
Yeah,
estrogen, depending on whatever happens in the womb. So that is true. And then hormones and stuff and food.
yeah.
I would
So
just say that was I guess a lot of people thought man because the fight was so gruesome and
but wouldn't a fight? It wasn't a fight though. It
an
was
attack.
exactly if you did the same thing regardless of gender that was there. If you did the same thing with men, if one man was uncoherent and clearly drugged, and the other man was wailing, it of course was seen brutal. And considering that Shanquella appears to be about a buck 5'6", a buck 35, the woman that was swinging it on her, that you can tell, she appeared to be about a good 5'10", 5'11". If we were in a boxing ring, regardless of gender, you would not put these two weight classes against each other. So you
Now
could
that's true. Now that's true.
you like come on. Of course, that's why it seems
That
so
is true.
brutal. You had Wakanda woman strength against an incoherent young lady. That's what you had.
No, he did. He said Wakanda women's strength. I will say this though. What I don't like is that nobody's talking about the man that photoshopped that photo.
Yeah,
We need to know who, but we do need to know who did that because
yeah,
that started this whole shit, and we're
but
just like we're everybody's going at it, but who the fuck photoshopped that photo and put
well,
it out?
but here's the thing. It's that might be the cause, but which one are we talking about? Are we talking about more of the cause? Are we talking about more of the effect of what the photo represented and started that type of conversation?
Well, I mean, it did represent, anti-blackness as well.
Uh-huh.
I know that. I mean, that's very clear.
And I'm gonna just say one more thing, just to move to. I just saw the whole sensationalization of Officer Alsina as a same gender loving Black American man. I'm gonna tell you, bro, that's not his lover. They're not any sexual. That is not the energy of two men that are sexually involved.
Mm. That's
It's not.
why
It's
I
not.
said it could just be a
It's not.
bromance, and August is somebody that is very expressive with his emotions.
It's not, and because unfortunately, because here's the thing: despite the men that we say that are conquering us and XYZ, they they can express emotions like that among each other because, well, when you're already the conquered, you still have to have some camaraderie with who you're conquering amongst yourselves. So it's not far-fetched for other nations of men who rule by their genophenotype and their nationality. Well, they can have expressions of masculinity that are not homoerotic. We only conflate those two things because we don't know what that looks like. We don't have an inventory of what it looks like to have that male camaraderie of running as a nation, as a Black American community. That's not the same as other people who also come here from the other national origins that are not an ADOS or 1865 post-American citizen. So
I
that's
will
why
say,
we
I will
conflate
say
that.
this though too. To be fair, we do have to keep it real. August has been presenting a certain way, that man presents a certain way. So the producers knew what they were doing by putting that the way that they did. They like
And
they because
and
we
they
don't know
knew.
how because we don't know how they chopped that up. I mean,
Yes,
it
but they
sounded
know
like
but they knew what you were going to assume, and unless
true,
you
true.
have,
They did.
they understood the perception of most people. Unless you have a very fine-tuned or diverse perspective, you're not going to necessarily see that and automatically assume. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference between someone who's homosexual and same gender loving. Being same gender loving doesn't, it's not a sexuality thing, my nigga. If you have a brother, you have a father, and you're both men, you have a same gender loving relationship. This does not equivocate to sex. Those two things do not equivocate. Same thing clearly with heterosexuality. You have plenty of men that engage in heterosexuality, but are the opposite gender loving? I think I beg to differ.
Yeah, because a lot of niggas do not like women like that. They just want to
Yeah,
fuck.
you're
They want to
heterosexual, but you're
fuck,
not
but that's
opposite gender loving.
yeah, but they really do. And that's and now that I do tell women, a lot of these niggas that you sleeping with the devil. But that's another story for another day. But that's why I went back, I looked at old interviews, and I said, okay, he more identifies as demisexual. So his focus is on building an emotional bond. He lacked a lot of nurturing growing up, which he's talked about. He's had a lot of loss. So anybody that comes in his life, he's just grateful to have them in his life. I just hope the dude is not using him. I don't give a fuck who fucking who. I just hope that dude Zoo or Zoe or whatever is
Yeah,
genuine.
now I can see that because you can still be manipulated. But to be honest, I'm just this is my opinion from a person who actually had their father who raised them, who was actually in a relationship that's more than just sex and have relationships that are just sex. I'm going to tell you that the nature of that hug and that representation from a 37-year-old man who's seasoned in this, that is not the energy of two men who are having sex. It's just not.
I can agree. It looked like a brotherly hug. It looked like he was gonna dap him up at first, and then he hugged him. The only thing that kind of made me kind of question was when the dude kind of snuggled in August's neck, but they could really just be bros, and that's really what it gave. It didn't give lover necessarily.
No, it didn't. And like I said, I'm looking at the chat. It just shows that most of y'all did not have a male figure in your life that was there not just as a financial support, no, who was there in the emotional support. And the fact that just because you see two grown men, despite men having brothers and uncles and stuff like that, your brain is so hypersexual that you saw that and automatically went to sex. There was nothing sexual about two people fucking hugging each other. There is nothing sexual about people holding hands. Why did we go to what they're speculating a bedroom activity over a fucking hug?
It's we as
Over
black
a
we
over a
we as
hug?
we as black people, we have our own issues
Okay.
with masculinity, and we know that. But I am gonna say this too. I saw a lot of gay people in the chats say that it was gay. I'm not gonna put it on the women. I saw a lot of gay people say that too. So I
Oh
gotta be honest with you. Like,
yeah.
oh shit, did he just come out? Like
It, it's both ways. It's not.
I can't put that on the because You got to think
I didn't
about
say. I said black people in
black
general.
people. Yeah.
I don't mean that's the same pathology. It doesn't matter just because you have the sexuality. Being overly sexualized when you see something is going to make you overly sexualized, regardless of your sexual orientation, especially if you come from that particular community.
But you know what? Another thing too, I think our women are going to always be hyper vigilant to anything that is not heterosexual. It was explained to me because they already have a very small pool to choose from. Even though these most women, you was never gonna meet August in real life, but it's what he, from what I'm understanding, it's what he represents, right? A young 29, 30-year-old man that they would meet at a club, at a bar, whatever. They have such a small pool already that like anything that signals gay, they're gonna be cautious. You understand? Like it's not. I'm just saying because it's not. It was bad enough the producers put it together the way that they did. It was a long drawn out speech that did sound like a coming out speech. Then they're looking at the way August dressed, the way he's been carrying himself. So it signal. I'm not saying it's right, but if you just think just from a biological perspective, it's gonna signal. Oh shit! Like, oh damn, is he? Oh okay. Well, all right.
I mean, I can't tell people how to think, but I get from from a very superficial surface level point of view, yeah. But from anybody who has ever experienced or been around different types of people, no, you're not going to think that.
That hug looked very platonic. The only thing that kind of had me looking, but I still go to say, let me ask you this before I move on.
Go ahead.
Why do we still let's say it was coming out? Let's say they are romantic. Let's just say that, right? Let's assume. Why do we need a coming out? Can it just be this my boo? This what it is? Or you see us at the red carpet holding hands? This is what it is. Like, why do we? I'm just asking, are we making a big deal about something? And then is making coming out a big deal, making it a bigger deal than what it needs to be, is what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way.
Well, I mean, of course it is. Most people who live in a first world country usually deal from some type of ancient European, whether it's Spaniard, French, or Dutch, etc. They usually come from a very Catholicism anchored background. And regardless if you believe in Christianity or Catholicism or not, it's linked to your government. It's linked to your society. So yes, of course, it would always be a big deal, regardless of the many different origins of people within that nation. Of course, it will be a big deal if you're living under a first world Catholicism-based government. So that's the reason why it will always be that way. One of the main reasons. So yeah, I mean, people are still tripped, but what I'm getting at is that we're just so detached from human signals instead of social media sensationalized algorithms or archetypes. We're looking at this, and even you could say, as a heterosexual man, nah, that just doesn't really seem like, bruh, it's a homoerotic thing. You can touch someone of the same gender and it not be
Yeah.
homoerotic.
Yeah.
It's strange that people are going to that first. It could be on. He could come out. I don't know because I'm not into celebrities and keep up with them and all that shit. But I'm just saying it could just be some. Okay, we have a spiritual journey. There's a different way, a certain spiritual system or something that practices love. We don't know. The automatic thing we went to is assuming that there was something not just romantically going on or emotionally. No, we went straight to these people's bedroom.
Well, I will say yeah, I mean we did. And we got, and you know what though? But this opens up the conversation. And I hope is that August will address this again and give us more detail, because maybe him and old boy sat, because I know too, maybe him and old boy sat in front of them producers and explained their relationship, and then the producers cut all that out just to put that one little clip out. But thank you, IG, for coming up. All right. You have a good one.
Appreciate you, Doc.
Take good care now. Bye-bye. All right. But do you see what I'm saying? They might have actually gave an interview and explained everything, but then the producers went messy and just gave you that one little part. Then now that I'm thinking, maybe that wasn't even their actual embrace. Maybe homeboy sat down, a part of the conversation got emotional, then they hooked. You just never fucking know with these producers, especially VH1. What's going on, Norris?
Hey, Storm.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
Tell me, what's on your mind? What you think about everything? Oh, or any topic you want to hop on.
You know, the people, I want justice for Shanquella. You know, the people that hurt her, they deserve to rot in a Mexican jail or prison, should I say, and they all need to burn in hell.
I agree.
And then moving on to Todd, you know, Todd, he looked like a washed up plastic Ken doll. His dried up saltine cracker looking spoiled milk looking behind. He need to be in jail. You know, lock him up and make him do his whole sentence and his wife too. They some low down scheming dogs. And then, you know, the Real Housewives of Potomac, you got I didn't like the way that they treated Wendy on Sunday.
Me either.
So they didn't treat her right. But I'm glad that she was roasting and still checking Mia the way she was. Like she was hitting her where it hurts. That's why she threw that drink on her.
That threw the drink and then tried to hit her with a purse. And I'm just like, it was like Mia just wanted a reason to fight with her. And it's just like, I would rather you say you just want to throw hands than do that. And I'm not saying that makes it right, but to do all that gaslighting and acting like it was an issue with Peter, and then the green-eyed bandits jumping, Giselle and that wrinkled neck was just a shaking. Robin, I lost all respect for Robin, and I didn't have much respect for her already.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on them two in a minute, but yeah, Mia to me, she lied. She lied as many of them plastic surgeries she had. You know, she just as fake as those surgeries. She plastic surgery gone wrong. You know, she messed herself up completely. She looked like she bleached her skin. You know, I think she put so much bleach on her skin to the point where her brain cells are dead. You know, really. And then Giselle, her gizzard neck looking behind, just sitting there. You know, and I was just thinking about her lying, you know, her talking about Chris and how uncomfortable he made her feel. I'm like, Giselle, what is Chris gonna do with you? Them legs do not spread. You don't have no rhythm. Your body do not move like that. You can't even dance.
Oh my God.
Girl, so he don't want your ran through box. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You gonna lay on your back and be like, oh, I'm so beautiful. That's what the man used to tell me. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't even. And what happened to them 3 men that you're supposed to date or are supposed to be dating? Won't you rotate them on the show and make them your storyline and stop looking for somebody else, husband or somebody else to be your storyline? Because you have no creativity. You've been on there 7 years and you still can't come up with your own storyline. You know, the Jamal storyline was just as fake as she is.
Oh my God, it was so fake.
Yeah, and then, you know, it's just like, girl, come up with something, you know, because you done ran out just like that body. And Robin, I don't care for her anymore. She's a lost cause. You know, she's a puppet, she's a soldier, she's a lapdog, she's a bottom B. She just, you know, she's a follower, and she's more aggressive this season, too aggressive. I don't understand why you got all that smoke for Wendy just because she roasted and checked your behind last year like you deserve. You know, you acting like you gonna fight her, but you didn't do nothing to Monique when she held that umbrella to your neck. You're lucky she didn't choke you out with it, because that's what you would have deserved. You jumping your manly looking butt up in her face. And
Let me tell you something. You know what it really boils down to? Robin is upset with Juan. Robin, somebody said it in the chat too. Robin is not happy at home, and that's why she's acting the way that she's. But what does Giselle have on Robin? Why is Robin so far up her ass? Do you think they've ever, did the scissor sisterhood twist?
oh, maybe they did, but you know what? Giselle was probably the bottom, and Robin had the strap on. With her stud looking self, the way she be standing up for Giselle, she act like Giselle act like Robin act like Giselle can't stand on her own. Giselle got a voice.
Yes, she does.
She called herself the queen, but just sit up there and let somebody else do her dirty work. Cause she dirty herself.
Very, very. It's the reason why she can't keep no man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, just like I want to talk about B. Simone nasty butt.
Go for it.
Her trifling butt. That's why she probably can't keep a man either. You sitting up there telling other women how to keep a man and how to get a man. You can't tell them women nothing because you can't keep one yourself. Just like you didn't proofread that book to see something was wrong with it.
But just think about it, Norris. B. Simone said, I get home Monday and I shower on Monday and I'm not showering again until Thursday. What?
It's like she needs some Pangea feminine body wash and scrub that box. She needs to steam it too while she at it.
Yeah. But what gets me is, she was like, well, if you at the house and you chilling and even if you around the house, why do you not want to wash your ass? Number one. Number two, if you can take the time to do your makeup and your hair, but you can't take a shower, something wrong. Something's just wrong.
Yeah, that was too much information. She should have kept that to herself. Didn't nobody need to know that. It's like you need to love yourself and you need to respect yourself enough to keep your body clean. Keep it clean. Maybe the more you clean, the more that men probably will be attracted to you. Because after hearing that, ain't no man gonna probably want too much to do with you now unless he stank just like you.
I mean, the trash box dudes are still hit. Like dudes that hit a stanky box and just hold their nose. Nah, he ain't gonna like be with her, but a dude that hit some stank box.
Yeah, and Krishan and Blueface. Oh my goodness, I was just thinking about last week when he got arrested. That was her opportunity. That was her get out of the relationship free card. That's what that was. She's sitting up there going on live, calling him daddy, talking about he gonna come home and all of that. I feel like, girl, he do not love you. He do not respect you. If he did, he would not cheat on you and beat you. And another thing, you sitting up there, he got online. He said that he gonna treat these HOs the way he keep treating them. He gonna play them the way he keep playing them. I'm like, Krishan, you the main hoe. That's why he keeping you around, because you got money and he don't.
Krishan has the clout, and I hate to say this, so they gonna have to learn the hard way. All I'm hoping is that they don't have a baby in the process, but she wants to have a baby by him, but they're gonna have to learn the hard way. And when one of them is dead or in jail, then hey.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, Krishan, she just a fool for fake love. She don't love herself. She don't respect herself, and it's like she don't know her self-worth. And I can tell when she called him daddy, I'm like, you got daddy issues. Because it's like you sit there and let that man beat your daddy up. It's like, why would you want to be with a man that you not only you got to fight and protect yourself against, but he beat your dad up. And then the same with him. He got mommy issues, because it's like, why would you want to be with somebody that beat up your sister and your mama? So
not only that, beat up the sister until she pissed on herself all in the driveway.
Yeah, that's disgusting. These two they broken. They are too broken. They don't need to be together. It's like I got a question for her. It's like, besides dick, what else do he have to offer you? Because
Nothing.
his money is running out, just like his non-existent rap career, music career is running out. And it's like, people call them Bobby and Whitney. I'm like, Bobby and Whitney had talent.
I said that too. Bobby and Whitney. I joked. I said the Bobby and Whitney without the talent, because they are not a Bobby or Whitney, or they not even Pat Houston. Like, no.
Yeah, they Bobby and Whitney had hits on top of hits, and neither one of them don't have no hits. I mean, he got one song with Cardi B, but if it wasn't for Cardi B, wouldn't nobody know who he is or even listen for his music like that. So it's like, Bobby and Whitney was the hit. These two are a miss. And to me, they don't even look good together. They look like a sewer rat couple from the hood. They have a gutter rat type relationship. And it's like, you calling him daddy, but he already has kids. Do he even be Krishan? You should be wondering, do he even be around his kids long enough for them to call him daddy?
He does actually spend time with his kids. I'm gonna give him that. He actually is there for his kids, and he loves laying up with his baby mama. But no, he actually does. I'm gonna give him that. I see him in a different light when he's around his kids, but he ain't set no good example for him. But I'm not gonna talk about folks' kids. But but what we're trying to figure out, what is in Blueface's phone, because she went through his phone, and that's when he snatched that braid out of head. What is in that phone that he didn't want her to see?
Yeah, he ain't the best role model for him either. But I will say this about her. I just feel like she not ready to be no parent. It just like, you don't need to be trying to have no kids with him. Wait till you get older and you more mature and you got a better man, because you are not in the right state of mind to be a parent right now.
But they have an unprotected sex, and so eventually it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but why would you want to bring a baby into that type of situation?
Because she wants to tie with him for life. People, like, when people, male or female, like, if they want a connection with you that you can't get rid of, they'll do. They ain't even tripping off if you're gonna stay together, or they ain't thinking about the baby. A lot of women in the chat, that nigga got you pregnant just because he wanted to fuck up your plans. He wanted to always have a connection with you when you went and got another man. I mean, Future has talked about it. Nick Cannon has said the same thing. You can go find your soulmate somewhere else. But fuck, you put babies in it. Anyway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, she weak sauce. And his face is long as the hair that's standing on top of his head. It's like, a lot of women would not give him the time of day.
True. Like, they said, did you see the video with them at Kai Cenat? Yeah, I'm gonna come back and talk about that. Sure did. He sure did. But thank you, Norris, for coming up. All right.
Yep, you welcome. Thanks for taking my call, and you have a good night.
You too. Stay in touch, Norris.
Yeah, I will.
Take care now. Bye-bye. There we go. That's the button. I almost hit the wrong button. What's going on, Dominique? All right. What's going on, Carrie?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Am I too loud? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Do you have me playing on two things?
I think I might headphone microphone. I can turn that off real quick.
Okay.
Let me see if I can change it in the settings.
You should be able to. It's not that bad.
Sorry.
No, you good.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Okay. I think that's gonna work. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little hungry, but that ain't your problem.
You could understand. I'm a Taurus myself. I be hungry all the time.
Okay.
But I don't want to be here for too long. I just wanted to say, like, the Shanquella Robinson situation, I kind of have, I won't say an unpopular opinion, because they definitely deserve to go to jail than hell. But a lot of people talk about jealousy and they don't really talk about it in a way that I won't say can be positive, but I feel like everybody can be jealous in a way, but it's about your reaction to that jealousy.
Okay.
Like, you see your friends, you obviously want your friends to be successful. You want to see your friends succeed and all this stuff. But you do see people having things, you're like, damn, when is it going to be my turn? That doesn't mean you want them to fail, per se. Those people did. Obviously, they murdered her. But I just feel like we should have more healthier conversations about jealousy, and maybe like we could all teach each other react in better ways to that.
Oh, like how to deal with jealousy.
Yeah,
when it
how to
comes
deal
up.
with it. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
But you know what? That is a normal human emotion. You know, you have
Right.
jealousy and then you have envy. I'm not
Right.
sure when it. I don't know the exact definitions, but I know there is a difference. But
Right.
I can say for myself, for the most part, I'm not jealous of other
Yeah.
people. It's only one thing, a couple things. If another man has this, I'm like, damn, I wish I had that. So
What
I
is
guess
it?
it is jealousy.
You mind me asking what that is?
Oh yeah, no, I don't care. No, when a nigga is tall, I be like, it's not fair. Like I be like, fuck.
I feel
Like,
that.
and not
I
just,
feel that.
don't get me wrong, I'm not looking at like the 6'5", 6'8" niggas. Those are like, they bred to be like giants. I'm not
Right.
talking about that. I'm talking about that 5'11" to like 6'2".
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah, because you know the mama's always short, so you be like, how did you get up here? And I didn't. I feel that. I understand.
So I just be like, man, it's just, and I've had to check myself, like, wow, that is definitely jealousy.
But that didn't
And
make you want to kill nobody. That's what
no,
I'm
oh
saying.
my god, no, it didn't. Then
That's
the
what I'm
second
saying.
thing is men who have, it's something with a face structure.
Mhm.
Men that have a really hard looking face, if that makes sense.
You mean like a strong jawline and stuff like that?
That, and just that some dudes just look mean in the face.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always wanted to look like that.
Why?
Like I look happy and approachable and shit. Motherfuckers just want, don't talk to me.
I feel that. Yeah.
But there's some
I
dudes
do
that
the
just look
same.
like an animal in the face, if that makes sense.
Yeah, people you don't want to approach, but they usually be the friendliest people.
Very, very true. And somebody like me, I'm actually an asshole in real life. So I guess
feel
it's
that. I understand. But yeah.
but I ain't trying to kill nobody though.
No, me neither. But it's a natural thing. So you know, people always like, oh, I hate jealous. But I'm like, everybody's been jealous once or twice, but you just got to get yourself in the right way.
Ain't nothing I can do to be. Well, I can go get that surgery to get taller.
I was like, you can go get some surgery.
They ain't figured out how to do the arms though, so the arms still gonna be short. But you know what?
It'll work.
I might work with it though. It's 75,000, but I might work with it.
But and my other thing, I think I saw somebody say it in the chat about B. Simone and not showering. Like, it is a sign of depression when you sit around for days at a time. Omari does have that look, but
yeah, I'm gonna pull up a picture while you talking.
At a time, just watching TV and eating like fast food and not showering and all this stuff. Like, you can have some clout, you can have some money, but you can still have depression. And I think that's something she needs to be honest with herself about, or at least honest with us if she gonna put us in her business like that. So,
and don't try to like push it off on women like, oh yeah, this is totally normal.
Like, no, it's not normal, sis.
let me ask you something, Carrie. Okay, today is what, Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
When you taking a shower again? Today's Tuesday.
Tonight, probably when I get off here. That isn't because. And I've suffered from depression. I've had my bouts and stuff, but like, you know, you got to get yourself together. Like, that's just nasty. You can't just, that's just nasty.
That's just nasty.
That's just nasty.
And I'm like, please tell me she at least take a whole bath.
That's like, at least scrub or something, you know, put a little baking soda, you know, a little paste, something.
Only time I've skipped a shower is when I've been like real sick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't physically get up, that's one thing, but I don't know. I don't know. And also my last thing with the August Alsina, I don't really care about his sexual preference and all this stuff. I'm just, if they are having sex, I'm more concerned about the boy because like August is known.
I'm just saying.
Tear up some stuff.
Listen,
so I'm just kudos to him. If
that
that is
nigga,
happening.
that young man is breathing out of his nose.
It's like he's stronger than me. I can say that because I can't do it. So that ain't for me. But that's all I had. Storm.
I was told some when it's like that, the couple will literally bring in a bottom that's used to taking it if the partner can't take it.
I might keep that in mind. I've been to the hospital once.
Ooh,
so
shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I was like, that ain't for me. I ain't got the right insurance. I ain't got time for all that. That's too much. So,
thank you, Carrie.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm gonna show you yeah, she was cute. She was fun too. I like that. I'm a name person. That's weird. I like that name Carrie. Why do I like that name Carrie? It just seemed like a fun, friendly, Carrie Hilson. That's probably why I like that name. Okay. So you know how some dudes look like that. Just look hard. I've always wanted to look hard in the face. You feel me? You know what I mean? Just look hard, right? But then, I see you there, Love Jones. Then, you got dudes that look like that. So then you look approachable. And I know that's the safe look. I guess it is masculine, yeah. Then you got the safe look. I don't want to look safe. Some niggas just got it. Okay. Moving right along for that. How you doing, Love Jones?
Hey, Storm. What's up? How are you tonight?
I am good. I'm in a good mood, good place. How you doing?
Because I need y'all seeing that I ain't hardly got no bottoms on.
Now, ma'am, this is not OnlyFans.
I know. I know. This don't be. It's not into. I just feel like y'all. You can't see nothing, right? You only can see the top part of me.
Only see. I promise.
All right. So, going into what you said, I Googled it when you was like, "Oh, I don't know the difference between jealousy and envy."
Thank you. Okay.
Jealousy, envy is literally used in the definition of jealousy. It's showing envy basically for someone's achievements.
Oh.
And envy is being resentful, of having resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions.
Damn. Okay. I guess I was actually struggling with it. Kind of does, but I think I was struggling more with envy than being envious of those guys.
Oh.
Because they possess certain characteristics. They didn't go buy it or achieve it. They just happen to be tall, or they just happen to have a certain face.
That part. And I what the girl said before me, Carrie, she we have the same little setup going on, by the way.
Kind of
box braids in a snapback. I was like, okay. But when she was talking about B. Simone and saying how B. Simone probably, suffers from depression because she doesn't bathe every day, I think B. Simone might also just be lazy. People are not talking about that enough. No, seriously, I've had a lazy moment where I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything, but I can't go that many days, 3 and 4 and 5. That's just, I personally feel like. And then we women, we get our monthly. It's just so when you on your cycle, you just go basically your whole cycle without getting in the shower.
And I'm not saying ill to a cycle because that's a natural, womanly function. And I still want to have sex even if you want it, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I still want to have
red lights.
No, I've never done it. I've never done it, but I'm saying I feel like that's gonna create a soul tie.
Run a red light, Storm?
I would do it. That's not gonna stop me. Why would that stop me? All you telling me is to put a towel down. Why would that?
But do you understand the type of spell binding sex that would be?
That would probably actually make me fall in love.
Blood magic. If you You got to be ready to get your soul snatched.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like Andre 3000 playing the flute, walking around.
Hello. And then, I mean, especially if you do it unsheathed.
But she can't get pregnant though, right? Because she's already having her period.
No, that's a myth. Like, you still can get pregnant on your cycle, and it also depends on where you are in your cycle.
Oh,
you can. Yeah.
So I cannot shoot the club up.
I don't think you should be shooting the club up at no point in time if you're not trying to have a little bundle of joy in the next 9 months. Oh, my cat scratched me and my skin is reacting crazy. Bad cat.
Bad pussy.
I just honestly too, like, everybody's kept saying about August Alsina that, oh, we knew he was gay. How did y'all know? Like, because these days I feel like niggas that look like 50 Cent be bending dudes over. So how do you really know these days?
You can't always go off how they look. You know, I done been. Have you ever been to Atlanta, love?
Once, yes, but it's been a while. Yeah.
Okay. When you come down here, I take you around to the loft in Tokyo, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this shit here? Actually, no, I take that back. I cannot take you there.
What? Wait, what are these places?
They will jump on you from the time you come in. I actually cannot.
What?
Oh my God.
What are those places? Are they like bars, restaurants, lounges?
I mean, you can drink there, but it's literally like it's a sex house. It's a playhouse.
I mean, I could watch. I can't be like a little looky-loo.
Not the way you look. They're gonna be all over you. I ain't even gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna do you like that. They said he's trying to turn her out. No, I'm not.
Every time I get on here, it be you, and then they be chewing me the fuck out in the comment section. I'm like, yo, this is Storm. Storm is always segueing me into these conversations. Oh, I'm about to take you to the dungeon. Then they like, oh, she thirsty. Look at her. Look at her. She's trying real hard.
They don't want me to have no friends. That's all it is. But no, you can't. But you can't always go out there, because I've even seen at the clubs where you'll see niggas like that. That's down with the get down, and I never forget. They're like this,
right? And they be getting bent over too.
Oh yeah. But you ready for this? He came up to me, right? He said, yo, can I suck your dick?
What? And what did you say?
I said no. No. I was stunned because it was throwing me. You know, your mind be trying to make shit right. And I'm like, it was the way he said it that I'm like, this nigga definitely got a wife and kids at home.
And that be the sucky part. It's like, just live in your truth. Like, why do you have to be? That's why, like, even with August, I saw a little bit of the live you did. You said that he was demisexual. I respect the fact that he came out as whatever it is, because give people a choice whether or not they want to deal with you. Don't just put women into situations and it's like we don't have a choice, because a lot of it's 2022, bitches. Shit, I know somebody that's okay with doing 3 ways with her man and another man. Like,
now let me ask you about that. Is that well, I guess okay, they say it's a train if it's just like the Eiffel Tower, the 2 dudes focusing on a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Then it crosses that line if the dudes start touching each other.
If they sword fighting, I done seen some videos where it's rubbing up each other, and it's just giving me.
You know, it gets kind of like that when it comes to the cuckolding stuff too.
But it's like when you watch gangbangs, and they're like entering the same space, and it's like,
oh, double penetration
on each other. No, in the same actual.
Oh yeah. Okay,
together.
I've seen that. That right there.
That is giving like.
That's crossing that line. And I ain't gonna lie, the dudes is enjoying that more than the girl is. Ain't no way that's comfortable for her.
Or a girl, like doing the fellatio with two and rubbing them together.
Double barrel. I mean, she can go like
no,
that.
I've seen some where she's like,
yeah, but if or if it's both at the double barrel, yeah.
And nobody's phased. Everybody's just going on as business per usual. So, with that being said, because we do tie this into what we're talking about. Guys.
Yes, we do.
August Alsina coming out and saying that he has found love with the same sex. I applaud that. I respect it and I appreciate it because there are so many men that's afraid, even in this day and age, to live and stand in their truth. So I'm not mad. Like, whatever it is that you want to do. And once again, the woman that he had the entanglement with, Miss Jada, everybody said her husband played for the other team and she accepted him. So how do we know that she didn't know that August was this way? How do we know that she didn't encourage him to be more of himself in that way and to explore? How do we know that they didn't explore together?
Experiment together, and maybe he felt safe with her.
And because of that, he had the courage to step outside.
You know what? Maybe.
Do you think that Will and did something together?
If they didn't do nothing together, he's definitely watched him and Jada. I thought that August was messing around with Jaden. That's what I want to know.
Jaden gives me asexual vibes. Like he doesn't engage in sex. Like I don't see him.
Well, I was asexual for a while. I didn't have sex for 4 years. But then some people may say, no, you was just stressed out. I hated my life. I hated my job. I was homeless a couple of times. Like it was a lot going on. So some people say
added to that.
Yeah, but then you got some niggas that'll still dick you down on an air mattress. So I just
or in the stairway in the projects.
Or behind the dumpster.
Okay, I kind of am not too against that. Hey, if I got a skirt on and be feeling right, give me a little bit of Hennessy, we might get a little lit outside.
That's how what's the English black dude that dated K. Michelle?
Idris Elba?
Yeah, that's how he did her. They did that a few times.
How you know that?
She talked about that. See, people keep forgetting. I follow all these people. She talked about that.
You said they talked about
TW said, "There's nothing wrong with being celibate, Storm. It means you decent." See, I feel like celibate though means you were purposely it wasn't necessarily purposely. It was the furthest thing from my mind. So
wow. I don't know if you have sex TW, then you're not decent. Is that what you're saying? So we all heathens. We're all heathens and we ain't decent folk. I just think honestly, a lot of people that are celibate have been through some type of trauma or stress or what it is that what you said you probably experienced, and life kind of pushed them in that direction. I don't think that people would just, unless you've never been touched before and you don't even know what the sensation is like. Oh, let me ask you this. So while you were celibate, did you jack off?
Oh. Okay. Yes and no. I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't continuous. I would either overdo it or I wouldn't have the urge to do it at all. So I would either do it like 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day.
What in the hell?
Or it would be like nothing because I'm very extreme. I'm trying to find a middle ground.
What in the addiction novel is going on?
Oh yeah. Oh, you can go 10. I've never went past 10. You can go 10. Your eyes start crossing after a while, but yeah, you can do 10.
Dang, I thought I was bad with 3 or 4 times a day. 10 times.
You can do 10, especially if everybody out the house and you just got time and it's cold outside and you just, oh man.
So All right. So then this is my next question, and then I'm gonna say something else, and then I'm gonna go. So if you claim to be celibate, but you still have orgasms, is that really celibacy?
I think so, because you're not engaging with another person.
Because I thought celibacy just meant no type of sexual pleasure in any capacity with yourself or with yourself or with another person.
No, you still celibate. I think.
Okay.
I think I could be wrong, but I think. But then, okay, I'll throw this back at you. I've never had unprotected sex, so some people joke like you're still a virgin.
You're kind of, yeah, I would say you are.
Okay, there we go.
But I want to ask you two intimate questions.
Go for it.
So this guy that I knew, he had a turtleneck, right? And when he lost it, even though he was something popped. Like between the turtleneck and the little head part.
Okay.
So there is a way for a man to tell that he lost his V card. You get what I'm saying? When you're not cut.
Okay. Oh, okay. I never knew that.
Are you
cut? Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Still got the scar. Yeah. Yeah. No, my mama wasn't playing that. That just.
Okay.
Yeah, she was talking to. I kind of wish I wasn't now, because it's
Why?
like, because from what I hear, they have so much more sensitivity. So I'm like, damn, it could have felt even better. But my dad is circumcised. Like, he wouldn't have known how to clean an uncircumcised. He wouldn't have known how.
Yeah, I think that's more of a Caribbean thing to be like uncut culturally.
It's natural. It's natural. So
yeah, and it kind of sucks that they demonize that. But going into this is a weird transition, but with Shanquella, so what they're saying is that was the guy that came on the live, did he lie about her still being alive when he got there? That's what I was trying to figure out, being that they said she was still alive once the paramedics got there.
They said he was there the whole time, so he lied about his whole story, period. It's so confusing because there's so many different stories. But what I've gathered is that Dejanay attacked her, then Winter attacked her.
Okay.
But Winter called the police. Called the ambulance.
Oh.
And then they would not let them take Shanquella to the hospital. And they lied to the doctor and said, oh, she's drank too much. So he trying to treat her like she had alcohol poisoning and her neck was broke.
And you said she couldn't speak, right?
She couldn't speak. She was incoherent.
So she couldn't even say what really was the problem or the pain levels or what. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that is.
And the doctor's really thinking oh damn, she just drunk too much, because that's.
Yeah, because when you drunk, you could be blacked out and nonverbal and non-responsive. Oh God. And then Krishan and Blueface, speaking of blacked out and drunked out, did you see that video of her on
Cashapp?
Why would she break up that man? Why would she put a hole in his wall like that?
The sad thing is she's so volatile, he was too scared to even tell her hold on, I'm gonna show them the video real quick. Hold on, let me find the video. And we'll talk about it in a separate live. Cashapp, the shit that went viral.
Hey y'all, I know I'm here for a long time. I'm here for a long time and a good time and a short time.
How you gonna bully the man in his own house?
Yo, and then she bucked at him when Blueface was rapping off beat and he was just standing there not vibing because it wasn't a vibe. Had the nerve to be oh, you rich, you could pay for it. Bitch, what? I would have told her to get out. You gotta go. And you need to pay for this because you gotta hire somebody to come and fix damage like that. It's not like you could just go to Walmart and buy another wall.
He claims. She not my bad, bro.
Hold up.
She is a mess.
He's on a lower level. I'm trying to relate to bro on the wait.
I low key feel like Blueface need help.
Yo, honestly, we keep saying she needs to get away from him, but I think they both need to get away from each other. Cause she seems very aggressive.
I've never even seen him back away from a man in a fight, and he is scared. Kershawn is something different.
Yeah, she a bully. She's giving bully energy. And you know, I'm gonna get into colorism. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can say whatever y'all want in the chat. If Krishan was darker complected and had a different facial aesthetic, we would all be saying she was aggressive or angry black woman. She would not get the same passes if she did not look how she looks. And I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't care what nobody say what you want. Take it up with your mama. She would not get away with it. And she's such a cute girl. I think Krishan is a pretty girl. But if she looked different, y'all would be calling her all types of mans and y'all would be saying how she's aggressive. Y'all would be saying she's masculine. We don't even ever hear those things come into play when we talk about her. We victimize her automatically and say Blueface is the perpetrator. I just want y'all to really think about that. Think about if this girl looked different.
Oh, she would totally get that label.
Hello? Would she be victimized as much? Absolutely not.
Hold up, here we go.
And this is not to take away from the fact that he has done her wrong.
How much tattoos you got?
Got you. Appreciate it. Where are you to this?
This one work.
Yeah, because this one little.
Why would she do that?
You put a hole in my wall.
Why would she do that?
Why would she do that?
God.
That bitch is slow. Why would she do that?
Out of nowhere, she just threw the shit.
She threw the cheer for no reason. Even Blueface, like, damn.
Everybody was confused. Like
what the fuck
is happening?
Hold up, we're gonna rewind that.
How much tattoos you got?
Yo.
Where are you to this?
This one work.
Yeah, because this one little.
Whoa,
My bad, Chad.
You put a hole in my wall.
You rich. You can fix it.
And she wasn't even apologetic. She didn't even say sorry.
You rich, you can fix it. You rich. You know what I would have done? I ain't even gonna cap. I'd have said, ooh, I gotta use the bathroom. Do me a favor. Y'all take over the stream. You know niggas love to perform. Y'all take over the stream. I'd have went downstairs. 911.
Not 911.
I'd have called the cops.
God. Then you would have pretended that the neighbors called it because they heard a commotion.
And once I asked would have been a cuss, I'd have been like, "Fuck you, bitch!" Because
who just goes to someone? That is disrespectful. Like
Bougie Barbie said, "That's the kind men want though. Good girls boring." And I'm gonna keep it real though. All that shit is cute until it's not.
Yeah.
We need to stop glorifying toxic relationships. Let's glorify love and communication and
that part. But I'm gonna go.
Do you want to tell them yet or no?
Do you?
We could. I mean, we're gonna tell them again. We'll make an official announcement.
It's up to you.
Okay, let's tell them. Why not? They're taking the clip and be mad anyway. So, so as y'all know, over on OnlyFans, we will be doing Storm After Dark. The OnlyFans is already up. I'm just not really posting like that yet. And so yeah, we're gonna have our uncensored sexy podcast over there.
Ow.
And Love Jones is the co-host.
Ow.
And I was thinking like, man, I need the Robin to my Howard. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't think of like anybody else that I can actually have a good dialogue with and that it fits. And so, no, she's not gonna be getting naked over there. That's not. That's a
Y'all gonna have to pay a lot to see these. I'm not getting naked.
That's
I
how
look
we.
sexy though, because sex appeal. That's just what I do. Period.
Yes. So for the people that come over to the OnlyFans, we'll be starting in December. But for the people that come over, we're gonna have the content, the actual podcast. I'm gonna put up sexy stuff. Believe me, you don't have to engage with that if you don't want to, but you're mainly coming for the podcast. No, because I have my fan base. I already know, like, you just keep it
what
real.
they want to see.
I have a gay following. Just keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
And they love you, boy. They love me. So they got their content that they gonna want. And then the women that come over, some of them is gonna want some of that. And then some of them like, nigga, just do your show. I'm not trying to see you naked. Do your show. Do your show. So we're gonna have guests, and then we're gonna have regular people that want to come up and talk about it's not just sex, but it's sex, sexual health, and uncensored.
And kind of like what we kind of talk about here, but just on the next level because it's not censored. So I won't have to stop myself like, can I say this? Can I answer that? Like it'll be able to just.
And I can play music, so y'all can request whatever music y'all want. We can have our playlist. It ain't no copyright laws really on OnlyFans like that yet. So we could go play movies over there. We could go stream. We can go stream other people's shit, they albums, all that shit, because they ain't caught up yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So Storm After Dark, my co-host. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm guessing we'll probably come back again when we have like an official date of release.
Yes.
So we could do a little pregame.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's gonna be lit. And I'm proclaiming this now. Number one, people gonna talk shit on my 7 inches, and I don't give a damn if it ain't big enough for you. Fuck you. But number two, after our shit is a success, we gonna start seeing more YouTubers go over there. Just watch.
That is true. And you know what too? Like OnlyFans just has this like straight bust the Gucci open type of narrative and connotation. And I feel like what we're about to do is going to up the ante as far as the content that can be over there.
Yes. It doesn't have to be that. It's whatever you want it to be.
That part.
I'm just a freak, so you might see me in the bathtub because I like to be in the bathtub. but no, we're going to have an engaging podcast, and we ain't got to worry about the rules of Patreon because they cracking down. YouTube is YouTube. But I'm thankful because it pays the bills. I love y'all. Thank you.
Yes. This is gonna be so lit. Oh my God, this is right on time for the holiday season and the New Year's because y'all gonna be off work. People gonna be bored, and we gonna entertain the masses. Okay, child. Let me tell you. It's about to be a movie.
It's about to be a movie. But you take it easy, Love Jones. Take care, right?
Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I will see y'all later.
Bye. What's going on, Fatima?
Oh my God, Storm.
How you doing?
Storm, I'm like a day one fan here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Oh wow. Okay.
I saw you first on the unnamed person. We will not name that person on their channel.
Okay.
Because I have a love for wine and I'm drinking wine right now, waiting patiently. Oh my God, Storm. First of all, I love you.
Appreciate that.
Through difficult times in my life, fam, you like got me through. Oh, wow. I have two beautiful daughters, 17 and 10 years old. My 10-year-old the other day was like, I was just watching random stuff and she saw, I'm like, everybody has a podcast. Everybody has an opinion. And she's like, open up your throat and sing.
Wow.
And both my girls, we got the Wonder Bread on. It's like you're a presence in this family. And I just want to say, I love you so much. I'm so happy to be on this call. I'm a little lit, so everybody forgive me.
You're okay. Well, I tell you what, when I come to Canada and I perform, I'm gonna be going to Canada and England. Somebody let me in their house and cook me a good meal. That's what. Yeah.
Storm, I'm Somali. I'm East African. I'm gonna cook you anything you fucking want.
Ooh.
Anything. I'm originally from Toronto, but
Okay.
I'm in Alberta, which is the West Coast. It's like the Hick area. It's like the South for you guys.
Oh, okay. I know. I've heard of Alberta. So you're like you're north of like Washington State.
I think so, yes. We're on the West Coast of Canada, which is above Seattle and stuff like that. So
Gotcha. I know where you are.
And first of all, I'm just like happy to hear you, Storm. I love you. I've been following you a little on and off sometimes for personal reasons, but overall, I love you very much. And yeah,
I appreciate
God bless you.
Thank you.
To add on,
what's
what's on my mind is, first of all, I was watching Real Housewives of Potomac, and first of all, is Robin black or is she a Karen?
Robin pretends to be black. No, Robin is white with some black ancestry. Robin is like 69% or 60-something% white.
Okay, because I don't know. I feel like her animosity towards some of the cast, like Monique, she freaking released a statement today saying Robin and Giselle are bitter women in real life. And they reflect that.
They do.
They really do, because I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. I've been divorced. Like, I've been married and divorced since I had my youngest. And you move on with your life. But I see Robin stringing along Juan, and I'm like, where's Juan's main bitch? I want to see that.
That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know, because it ain't Robin, because he'll give it. Juan be coming into the scene like, okay, are we finished? Okay, Rob. All right, whatever. He gonna leave our ass when them kids grown, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he seems utterly annoyed by her. And Giselle, obviously, it's been mentioned by a lot of people who were talking before, she can't keep a man.
To save her life.
But I'm like, why are they coming for Wendy so hard? And what I really hate in life is a double standard. They came so hard for Monique. Giselle had a security guard. They said that, it doesn't matter what Candace says. She's being provocative. She's being antagonistic. It doesn't matter what you say, period. But Wendy fires off with her mouth, and now Wendy is antagonistic. Did you see how many times she said the word antagonistic?
It's like she had just learned a word. Mind you, Wendy was just trying to have a good dinner. Mia started the whole thing. Mia went out of her way to have an issue with Wendy. And it's just like, you know what? It just felt like they wanted to beat up on the dark-skinned girl. That's just what it felt like.
Honestly, that's how I felt. Being Somali, and we're like a homogenous group of people. I know in the States and all over the world, there's some Somalis who are not educated, that think they're Arabs. They don't want to claim they're African. But we're one of the most ancient people in Africa. We're black, and we're pro-black. If you're a real Somali, we're black. Like, I don't know if archaeologists use the Somali language to translate the hieroglyphics, because there's so many words that are the same.
Well, people don't know this, but I mean, I went to school with some Somali girls, and they were just like the cutest thing ever. And I'm just like, okay, do your people look like you? Because I'm finna go where you from. It's just like, and it's no offense, I had never seen like black people that look like this. I'm like, well, what are you? And I'm Somalian. I went to school with some Ethiopians too, but really, Somalian women are beautiful.
No, we're blessed, and I feel like all black women are blessed, even with the whole Shanquella Robinson, rest in peace to our sister. We recently had our sister Hoda and Hashi get murdered in a club in Saskatchewan, which is another province from Alberta. And she was murdered by this white whale. Like, she was a fucking... Anyways, she murdered her in the club. The charges got downgraded from second-degree murder to manslaughter.
Wow. And
our community is so sad. And I'm like, when the Black Lives Matter happened, we were there. When it comes to Palestinian or Muslim rights, because 99% of Somalis are Muslim, we're there. And We had a vigil yesterday in Edmonton and it was just so empty. And I'm just like, where's our people? Like, I'm Black. Like, the oldest woman in the world was from East Africa. That woman that they found, those bones.
Yes, I forgot what they named her, but yes.
And I don't know if anyone speaks to any American Somalis or any Somalis who claim they're not Black. We're Black. We are Black. The oldest Bible in the world is in Ethiopia. East Africa is essential to ancient Egyptian history, to everything. And I'm just like, I wish we could all unite. When I see the shit that you guys are going through in America, and I'm like, what the fuck?
If we could unite, we would be a force that's unstoppable, which is why other races go out of their way to keep us divided. We still fighting over what we want to be called. We fighting over stupid shit like that.
Yes, it's unfortunate. I'm too lit to even have my thoughts be coherent right now. I'm inebriated, but
that's okay.
I just want to say I love you. I love you, Storm. That's 7 inches. And what is double penetration? I'm like, what the
Oh, okay. So she was referring to like 2 penises in the same hole.
Oh wow! And is that humanly possible?
Yeah. You got to position. I mean, not for everybody. But you got to work your way up to that. But yeah, it is. I think the bigger dude is on the bottom. The smaller dude's on top. Yes, to get like in between the legs of the dude on the bottom. Y'all all gonna get real close.
Okay. That's disturbing. But if I could pass a piece of advice on to all my melanated people, we wash ourselves after every trip to the washroom. The whole B. Simone conversation. I've never had odor in my life. I've barely ever had yeast infections or any of those issues. That's why in the Arab countries, and if you go to Africa, all African countries, we wash after every trip to the washroom. If you do that, maybe if B. Simone did that, she could skip a day or two. I don't know, but that's kind of still dirty. But if you do wash, you will be clean. That's why there's bidets. There's a lot of things. I don't know why people are saying you have to wait till you shower. And what's the aversion to washing after every time you use the washroom? Because for us religiously, we can't be in a state of uncleanliness. So we have to wash after every time we go to the bathroom.
Oh, I've heard about that. You guys keep like a bucket in the bathroom, right? Or am I tripping?
I have my dollar store milk jug.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you know what though? That actually makes a lot of sense.
It does. And you know what? Even for men and women, you wipe and then you wash. And you're rinsing and wash your hands. And this is what the Moors did when they came into Spain, and the Islamic Caliphate did when they came to Spain, was teach these people to bathe, but not only to bathe, but they also taught us to wash every single time, after every single use in the bathroom. I've never had an issue with odor in my life.
You know what? I'm gonna say this too. I'm not Muslim, but I do love the way Black Muslims carry themselves. I am gonna say that.
Well, thank you, Storm. Thank you. And
I've never met one that was like not classy or like not clean. You know, it's the way you guys carry yourself. I do appreciate that. They said, do you wash after you urinate? Yes, that would be after every time.
Yes, whether it's number 1 or number 2, you have to wash. Because I couldn't come to prayer or be in a state of cleanliness, awaiting death. We look at death like you could die at any time, right? So I don't want to meet my maker in a state of uncleanliness. So I'm always going to be in a state of cleanliness. Also, we believe if you're in a state of uncleanliness, you could attract the jinn, which I know you talked about before, and the shayateen, which are the devil type of entities, with being unclean. So being clean is super important for us.
Wow. So you saying B. Simone attracting all kinds of stuff to her?
Yeah. She's dirty, as my Jamaican Canadians would say. She's dirty.
Thank you, Fatima, for coming up. All right.
No, you're welcome, Storm. I love you. Have a great night.
Take it easy now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, I didn't know that after every time. What's up, Presley?
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm fine. I wanted to talk about August and then Shanquella, but I want to talk about August first. I just think it's a little weird. Like I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. How people are acting so obtuse and being like, "Oh, y'all ain't never seen brotherly love. Y'all ain't never seen this. Y'all ain't never seen that." And I'm like, am I living in the same world? Because do you know how many straight men get called gay for less? Like,
You know, I know.
I was like, wait, hold on. Like, he came out, he literally expressed his feelings. Like, uh, uh, okay. And I also wanted to point out that August, Trey Songz and Chris Brown, they all grew up together in Virginia, and all three of them are in the headlines right now. And so all the people that are like, "Oh, Jada ruined him," and when you pull it up, because you pulled up the history, Jada met him in 2015. All three of them are in the headlines for violent stuff. The last time August was violent was 2015 when he fought somebody at an anti-violence rally. So you can pull that up right now. That was hilarious. But I'm like, actually, Jada may have healed him, and also, they have all three had beef together, and they all went to three different high schools, but they were all very close and grew up together. So I'm like, maybe August isn't as violent anymore as y'all two, cause he accepted himself, and y'all two haven't. I don't. I want to put that like that's just that's just my speculation. I don't know. But I'm like, since 2000, that was the last time August been violent, and everybody forgave him. Everybody's like, why don't you guys forgive Chris? What does he have to do? Because he keeps on going on, and Trey Songz keeps on going on with the violence, and they all grew up. They were all, and they all had beef and all that stuff. So I'm like, maybe there's some correlation there. I don't know. But for everybody who's just like, "Oh, that's his brother. Y'all ain't never seen brotherly love. Y'all ain't used to that." And it's like that's the things that non-homophobic people say about straight men who just want to show love. But this is not platonic love. Like now all of a sudden y'all get what brotherly love looks like when it's obviously not brotherly love. Like it's just I don't know, it's not sitting right in my spirit, and it's irritating my soul to see all these homophobic people all of a sudden be like, "Oh, that's his brother. Y'all don't know what love look like. He never said that was his boyfriend." But when the straight men who that applies to, when y'all accusing them of being gay, then all of a sudden y'all don't get that when we be like, "That's a straight man, and that that that's not that," then it's nah, nigga, you gay. Like I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm sorry about that. But that
No,
I
you're fine.
slipped
You're
out.
fine.
Sorry, but
You're
it's
fine.
like nah, you this, you that, and it's like, oh, so now when the man is fine and y'all don't want to believe it, oh, now y'all get it now.
But
Oh, y'all
they, but they don't. I get why though, and somebody was talking about, "Oh, Storm, you called them beautiful. Look at you, they be those
They
also beautiful
are.
dudes. They are like good skin, good bone structure. What the fuck you want me to say? They are, and unfortunately, them be the ones that be gay. And y'all get, this is what come up to y'all. Try to talk to y'all. Hold up, because y'all be trying to play me. Y'all really be trying to play me like, like I'm tripping. Hold on, I'm finna pull it up right now. So this is what come up to y'all and want the digits.
Okay, you know what? I'm a straight woman. Don't play me, okay? Don't
I'm
don't
just
do
saying.
that.
Now this dude right here, they 100% hetero.
I mean, they do, but like, come on, we got some fine men too. Come on,
Y'all do, but
don't do
women be
that.
feeling like it's a shortage. Women be feeling like it's a shortage, and I'm
I mean, I think that when they say it's a shortage, they don't mean a fine men. I think they mean fine men uh who we could emotionally get along with, who don't see us as objects.
oh, gotcha.
I think maybe that's what it is. Cause I'm like, don't don't do that because then it make it seem like we just like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just like we chitlins out here, like 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 only the pigs want to eat us and shit. Like, no, don't do that.
Cody
Oh,
J said her current boo is 6'9". Let me tell you something, Cody J. If you haven't already, I want you to throw your birth control away and pin them legs back, and you'll let that man nut in you. You better keep him. 6'9". You better keep him.
but I also want to talk about the size of Mr. August, and I know that I saw you live earlier where you're talking about the girl had planned on suing him for breaking her cervix.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, and you can pull this up too. Jada actually did a whole documentary during the time before August put them on blast about reconstructing her vagina during the time that they were together. She had a whole women's conference, a whole business plan where she did a whole YouTube series about reconstructing her vagina because it had it changed. And I'm like, wasn't that the time that August, what you out here doing?
Here it is. Jada Pinkett Smith said her vagina feels younger. She had 3 of them done.
That's why I was like, when you said that, I was like, don't forget about Jada did too.
Cause she knew cause and that's the only thing, ladies, about getting with guys that are that well endowed like that. It's like, damn, now when you go to somebody regular, you even looking at it like, ugh.
Exactly.
Where my old nigga at? And then that's why, and then 10 years later, you still with this fuck nigga because your body used to him.
And now she over here writing things about Will like, you ain't never broke my cervix before.
He ain't never touched her damn cervix.
I'm playing. I'm just joking. But
Let me tell you
yeah,
something. Let me tell you something. Said I'm still curious, ma'am. Just Google it. It's on Google. Just Google. Just Google. You understand? Just Google. But go
she
ahead.
made a whole documentary series about that. I thought that was funny because I was like, wait, looked at the times. I was like, oh, so that was okay. But yeah, I thought that was funny that all 3 of them, when I'm talking about Trey, August, and Chris, are in the news, and they was like, oh yeah, we close, and da 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 da, and then August, he's always defended Chris, and Trey's always been mad at August because Trey has started hating August because August always defends Chris, and I'm like, what's going on there? How come 2 of y'all angry when all 3 of y'all were angry, and one of y'all stopped being angry when one of y'all got comfortable with yourselves? I don't know, but I think there's a correlation there. But that's just what I think. But yeah, that's all I had to say on that. And then when it comes to uh Shanquella, the newest details that came out about the doctor and how the doctor was there for 3 hours and pronounced her gone at 5 o'clock, and I'm like, well, what happened to the maid finding her? Did the doctor just leave her on the living room floor? Because ev-
I
everybody been
know.
saying that if she was found on the living room floor, and now there's speculation that the doctor could have been paid off. So I'm like, if she was found on the doctor just left her on the living room floor. They found her.
It's a lot that's not making sense because if you tell him, and it's possible they could have paid him off and he just left her dead body there and went about his business. That's just fucked up, though.
So I'm like, because even though this news came out, they still said that they found her in there. So I'm like, if the doctor was there, how was she found? If she passed away with the doctor, wouldn't she be sent straight to the hospital, to the morgue division?
You would think.
How was she found? They just
Yeah,
left her there?
Mia said the police report and coroner's report do not match. I agree. And the bad thing is that this happened in another country. So we're dealing with language barriers, translations, corruption. It's a lot.
Do you know how many people speak Spanish in America? Like that's what kind of gets me, because I'm like, there's a bunch of people who speak Spanish in America, whether or not they are immigrants or not.
That's true
There's a
too.
So I'm just like, and there's a bunch of people who speak Spanish who also speak great English who are reporters. So I'm just like, why is all this stuff being like, oh, well, we don't know how to translate it? And I'm like, well, I know y'all got some Spanish speaking reporters. Like, why is it's just it don't make sense.
What it's reminding us of Kanika Jenkins. That's what it's giving. And I think Kanika Jenkins was killed for her organs. I still feel that way.
You know what? I don't feel that way, because I was on that too. And when I looked it up and I was like putting together everything, I was looking at all the stories. The guy that was there with her, that they said that like almost R-worded her, or you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It seemed like her friends had received money from the guy, and then Kanika refused, and she left out and was trying to find help, because they said that she was also in the lobby area too.
Right.
So to me, with that story, with the Kanika Jenkins story, it seemed like their friends, like her friends, got paid uh to sell her, basically. And then when she said no to the guy, she left the hotel room looking for help and ended up in the freezer. I don't think that it was an organ thing. I just think that her friends had got paid to set her up to get R-worded, and she went and looked for help, but she was so gone that she ended up in the freezer. And who knows if they like drugged her or not? I don't know, but it seemed like they did, so that maybe it would be easier for them to get their money. But it seemed like her friends tried to pimp her out. It didn't work, and she ended up walking into a freezer and meeting her demise. That's
I'd
how I
agree.
feel. I don't think it was an organ. I don't think it was an organ thing.
Anna said she stumbled into the freezer. They probably drugged her. Yeah, they probably did drug her.
Yeah, so that she can, because I was trying to pimp her, and I think that she didn't know that she was being pimped, and the guy thought that it was a consensual thing. Like, I'm here to buy some, you know what I'm saying? And then when she
Yeah,
said no, and she's the only one who walked out the room. Nobody was behind her. I think she was trying to look for safety, and she ended up in the freezer. And I don't think it was an organ thing. I just think that she was just trying to look for safety, and she was drugged out of her mind.
I think so too. Thank you, Presley, for coming up. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye. All righty. I'm gonna call it a night. It's been almost 2 hours. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. Make sure you follow me everywhere. Storm After Dark, the podcast, will start in December. We will give an official date soon. But y'all can find me on OnlyFans. Black Tatted Nerd. We already know how it goes. All right. Instagram, Storm Monroe TV, the real Storm Monroe on TikTok. Just put in my name. I pop up everywhere. I think that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Actually, wait a minute. I think we will actually come back. We got to react to Blueface, Chris Sean, and that Kai Sanat. So actually, we'll see. Look out for it either way.